Today, I am attempting to take a train from San Francisco to Los Angeles. But the first problem with taking a train from San Francisco to Los Angeles is that there is no train.
Bad news.
I am so tired that I feel sick to my stomach. My train is delayed. But I love trains.
I have great news.
This is pretty much perfect. So I'm gonna make this work. At the ferry building, it looks like I've got a couple options. I can take a bus that goes from the transit center over to Oakland, but I just came from Oakland and I don't wanna go back. Looks like another option is to take a train to another train that then gets me to Amtrak. And that one sounds great.
And if all goes to plan, I should get into Irvine at 11:11 tonight. Make a wish. Mine is that you hit subscribe. And yes, you heard me right. I'm going to Irvine. No one going to Los Angeles by train ends their trip at Union Station. 11:11, here we come. Here's my plan.
All right, here's the plan. I'm gonna take the N light rail over to the King Street station, get on Caltrain, and that should take me to Amtrak. From there, I've got a couple more trains. Normally I get to my train at the last possible second, but that is not an option today. I tend to do a lot of running in these videos, but Amtrak only runs one train a day, and I am not missing it. There are some other routes that involve Amtrak buses, and while I love that the Amtrak buses exist and have taken them, I'd rather be on the train. And we're off. 7:30 in the morning, and there is pretty much no one downtown. Escalator temporarily stairs. Looks like my next train is just 2 minutes. That is my train way down there. Oh boy, she's crowded.
Caltrain and Ballpark.
Thank you.
This is actually the second train I've been on this morning.
Looks like the sun is just starting to come up behind me. It is way too early. Delays. That is why you leave early.
I knew this was gonna be kinda dumb, but I live in Oakland. Yes, really. And there is a train from Oakland to Los Angeles. Kind of. But I wanted to start this video in San Francisco, because that's where the high-speed rail line is going to go. And it's a bigger city. The most exciting part of the N is the views it takes you past. This giant bow and arrow, Oracle Park, and the Bay Bridge are just a few of the places you'll see. Even this Safeway holds a special place in my heart. The train emptied out before I even got on, but on game days, that won't be the case. And always remember to pay your fare in San Francisco.
What do we got? Wow. This behind me is the Caltrain station. I am here very early. I guess I'm just gonna get on the next train. This might be the easiest video I've ever made.
Shouldn't have said that.
Looks like that's my train boarding right now.
Did you tag on yet?
No, I did not.
Tag on right there, one time on the screen slow. There we go.
Thank you.
I didn't catch her name, but this woman was incredibly nice to me the entire trip.
Just learning how to ride my hometown trains.
Train etiquette is a funny thing. What one person thinks is okay might be repulsive to someone else. But I'd like to think that everyone on Earth except for this guy can agree that what he's doing here isn't cool.
One of the cool things about these trains is that in just a few days, they're throwing them all out and getting new ones. I am on one of the bullet trains. This is as fast as they get right now, but next week they'll be even faster.
Looks like they're already running the new trains. I saw a few on my trip down here, but this isn't one of them. Being on the bullet train means this trip is going to take just over an hour. That saves me 12 to 34 minutes from the other schedules, but it's still 6 minutes slower than the fancy new trains. And this is kind of comical. You really don't have to watch out for high-speed trains. Not in California. But back to Caltrain. The faster service is great news for a bunch of reasons. One is just the faster service, but two is that they're getting rid of the diesel engines and replacing them with electric. On our way down, we saw Bernal Heights, one of two airports called San Francisco, and a bunch more. But this isn't the scenic stretch of our trip to LA. I am so tired that I feel sick to my stomach. And so tired that I forgot to hit record when talking to my camera like a madman to tell you that these newer, faster, quieter, nicer, electric Caltrains will be in service by the time I post this video. Nice. I also failed to hit record when I was telling you that I actually don't even have a ticket yet. So my first stop in San Jose has to be the ticket counter. I believe the Amtrak station is right through here. How you doing? I have a ticket booked through the California Rail Pass, and I've got the barcode, but I think I need it printed out. Here you go. All right, thank you so much. No problem. Maybe someday I'll make a specific video about the California and USA rail passes because they are great, but oh my goodness, do they have some issues. That took a lot longer than I expected, but I got the tickets. I do not have as much time as I thought I was gonna have, but it looks like we do still have time to get some coffee, and I need it. Found a place that's about 10 minutes away, and I got about 20 minutes, so this is pretty much perfect. Definitely running low on hands though. I think that's it right there. Yep, there it is. What is that? San Jose Sharks play right back there. I'm honestly not sure how this could be going better. I still have like 15 minutes until my train leaves. Maybe 10. It is here though, so might just get on. Correction, my train is not here. I thought it was this one, but my train is delayed. So while we wait, that is the new Caltrain. I think all those people mean I am not in the right place. Track one. All right, here we go. Yes, sir. Coach. I am the absolute end of the line, but still plenty of time. Amtrak's boarding process is bizarre, old-fashioned, and frankly somewhat disappointing. But I'm a bit of a nerd, so I took a look at their funding numbers, and wow, they do a lot with what they have. All aboard and off we go. But it's not all good news on the Coast Starlight. Assigned seats, and they just made an announcement they are not switching any seats today because this train is crowded. Unfortunately, I got an aisle seat, which is devastating. But there are some other exciting things on this train that might make it so that's not a problem. The bathrooms are in rough shape, but the seats are incredible. But let's head back upstairs and go on a journey to check out the best part of the Coast Starlight. The observation car. One thing everyone in the observation car has in common, they're all looking at their phones. And so am I, honestly. I wrote this in the observation car. But who cares? This car gives you even better views of stuff like this. Egrets, herons, otters, and miles of fields. We're not even one stop in yet, and I am already enjoying myself. I kinda like the rain. In the summer in Oakland, there is no rain, so it's soothing. But being held at our next station with no estimate of when this trip will resume isn't soothing at all.
Smiling to be up here? Sorry.
Are you with the coaches?
Coach.
Back the other way.
Here's a pro tip. The dining car and cafe car are not the same thing. The cafe car is open to anyone. The dining car is reservation only, and I don't have one. In the grand scheme of things, this day has just begun. But if it goes to plan, I'm gonna treat myself a bit later. Now this hurts. The cars on the highway are going much faster than we are, and so are these cars on the side road. I have great news. The woman in the seat next to me just found another seat in the observation car. She moved and told me to move to her seat, the window seat. Man, I love Amtrak. It reminds me of a flight I had. And here's more good news. That issue from before only put us 20 minutes behind. Those mountains over there mean we are somewhere near Big Sur, one of the many incredible places in California. We won't get to see its good side on this trip, but this view, this is not bad. And what's coming up later is even better. One of the reasons I like trains so much is that I'm forced to sit still. Planes and trains are always the best place for me to work. Something about the temporary captivity really works for me. And because trains are more comfortable and take longer, they are, for me at least, the ideal office. Our next stop is when the views really start getting good. So I hear. How's my form? Anyway, the descent into San Luis Obispo is not the most beautiful part of this trip, but it is still incredible. You are definitely gonna want to be awake for this. Not gonna lie, I was getting pretty bored there. Thank God we're getting to the best part of the trip. It's been almost 11 hours since I left my house. I've had high highs and low lows, but there is no question that these views will be the best views of the day. I'm also hanging out in the cafe car. It's got big windows to match these big views, and I'm starving. A lot of the time when I make these videos, I just don't eat at all. But this has been a long day. The food was fine. Again, I'm glad they have it. If I'm successful, I'm rewarding myself with a beer on the next train. But that is the next train. For now, check this out. And yeah, taking this train in the other direction when the sun is still in the east would probably mean better views of the ocean. In a moment, I'm gonna fast forward this situation into Los Angeles. So now's a good time to mention the alternatives to taking the train and why those might be better options for you. You could drive. Even with the traffic in the Bay Area and Los Angeles, you'd get there much faster. But you'd have to drive. You could fly, and for a bit more money, you'd get there much faster. Now, I realize you might be pointing at me and laughing, calling me a fool, and you know what? Maybe you're right. But I'm cool with it, because I got to do something that most people will never try. Here's another reason to take the train. No cell service out here. No Wi-Fi, just you, the cliffs, the beaches, the ocean, and the same people camping in the observation car that were there when I got on the train this morning. Back at my seat, the people behind me are picking out music for a quinceañera and playing it on a Bluetooth speaker. There are clearly people on this train who don't have tickets. I've developed back pain for the first time in my life, and I am ready to be done with this. But at least it's golden hour, and there's no marine layer in sight.
That looks kind of nice. Los Angeles, Union Station, we made it. Here's the deal. We got in late, actually very late. Again, this is the end destination for essentially no one. And I have essentially no time until my next train gets here. Fortunately, I am in no danger whatsoever of missing my next train.
Why would I even think that?
There was a bunch of stuff that I wanted to do, but now I don't have time to do any of it. Plus, I just took a look around out here and I think I'm better off back inside. Do I regret taking the train? Maybe a little. Probably takes 3 or 4 hours door to door if I had just flown here. This is gonna be closer to 17. That's longer. I did see some really cool stuff, though my back is pretty ragged. I did get some work done. I don't know. My train's here, let's go inside. Oh no. I forgot my hat.
Service to San Diego is scheduled to run on track 14 at 10 minutes.
All right, here we go. Gonna make the train. That was bad.
This station is absolutely beautiful, though. No time.
Let's go. Are you closed?
Yeah,
Does it?
when we start moving, I'm gonna...
Gotcha. All right, thank you.
That was nearly devastating, but I just have to wait until the train starts moving. Something about international law out on the wild western rails. Or something like that.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, now arriving into Irvine Station. Once again, this is Irvine. If you're headed to Irvine, please make your way safely downstairs at this time to exit. Once again, folks, stop the reef, so please be prepared to exit. This is the Irvine Station now arriving.
How bad is going from San Francisco to Los Angeles by train? well, that's up to you.
But even now, as I stand here, definitely not recording voiceover in the bathroom 11 hours into my return journey, with my laptop definitely not on a changing table, I can't help but wonder, who rides Amtrak? I guess I do.
But I've had much worse times on trains, like these videos. Hit subscribe if you want to see the next foolish decision I make, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.